they're like arresting people for surfing. This shutdown. It's got the government going kind of crazy, going kind of power hungry. I don't know how you're spreading a virus or bothering anybody by being, out in the ocean catching some waves, especially while the water's still very cold. You're not harming anybody. You're just trying to, enjoy life a little bit during these crazy times. You're just trying to go out and get some sun and ride some waves and connect with nature a little bit. Mind your own business is what you're trying to do. And they're arresting people. I mean, you can't do it. You can't go to the beach. I get it. We can't congregate. You can't say, you can't have a bunch of people at the beach. I get it. But I say, open up the beach to surfers, to swimmers, it's easy. Open the beach and say, you're not allowed to be in groups. If you go to the beach, you all need to be standing apart from one another. You need to stay away from one another. So you're allowed to run. You're allowed to, if you want to go do activities at the beach, okay. But you can't just go to the beach and be in giant groups. I get it. It's tricky. But look. I mean, you got to, you can't just infringe on people's freedoms and rights. It's a fine line. It's an epidemic. It's a pandemic. It's crazy, and we all need to do the right thing, of course, and stay inside and stay home. But look, if you're allowed to go for a walk in the park, that's not illegal, right? If you want to go for a walk downtown, you're allowed to do that. I mean, you're not allowed to congregate. It should be the same thing at the beach. If you're allowed to go for a walk on the beach, you're allowed to go out and surf. As long as it's not 25 of you sitting all on top of each other. I mean, spread out. It's very easy to stay, many yards away from another person while you're out surfing. It's very easy. It's actually kind of hard to be right on top of somebody. You have to actually go. You have to get on top of somebody. It's easy to kind of keep your distance out in the water. Skate parks too. I'm very proud that our city and county or whatever hasn't shut down the skate parks. It's easy to keep distance from people outside. You're outdoors at a skate park. It's so easy. Tuesday, we were all there. It was a magical day, dude. Beautiful sky. This last Tuesday, April. It is the 16th, so it must have been the 14th. April 14th, dude. That was a wonderful day. I skated for 3 hours. It was just perfect weather. Good music. Was some dudes were there playing some Rancid and Propaganda and some punk rock that I like, and it was just one of those magical sessions where a bunch of strangers and we're all just there enjoying life and riding, and everyone's ripping and the vibes are good and the weather's good. And I haven't skated Greenfield that good ever. I was having a blast, man. The time of my freaking life. And we're all keeping our distance well enough, dude. We're outdoors. We're all and skateboarding, I'm not going to come stand right next to you. There's a bunch of strangers out there, but we're all vibing together, cheering each other on, hollering for one another. And everyone was hitting sick tricks. And I even took my pads off and skated some street for a little bit, about an hour. I was flipping my board around, hitting some ledges. Might see Padless Eric here coming up soon. Not that I'm any good, but skating padless. But my point being is come on. People are just trying to go surf. Don't arrest them. Don't give people tickets for surfing. That is outrageous. That is power tripping. That is just, it's damn near unconstitutional. You can't do that. Let people find some sense of escape, some sense of just caring for their mental health, getting outside, getting some sun, getting some waves, some sense of just I can get through this. You know, we can get through this. Like, I'm just going to surf for a little bit. Like, that's what skating has been for me, man. When I skate, I don't think about this coronavirus or this nonsense or any of the world. I escape. That's what people need, man. People need it. And it's not harming anybody. If anything, it's just harming the people like, oh, I want to go to the beach. You let the surfers go to the beach, but I can't go with my kids. No, you can't. You can't go with your kids and just hang out at the beach. Only like activities only. You can't congregate. You can't go with you and your friends to the beach. You can go for a walk on the beach. You can go for a jog, but you can't just go with you and your friends and family and all congregate and then everyone's all packing the beaches out. But for people to go surf, there's no one spreading, dude, nobody's spreading coronavirus by paddling out and catching some waves in the morning. So they were protesting up in Atlantic Beach. A bunch of surfers all congregated. Now you got them congregating, breaking the protocols here, the guidelines, the 6 feet guidelines. Why are they congregating? Because they're protesting. The First Amendment protects religion, protects speech, and protects your right to protest. And they protested and they said, this is a bunch of bullshit and we want the beaches open so we can surf. And guess what? You know, the world, most of the time, if you had to guess, you'd be like, oh yeah, they got arrested and tickets and for protesting and yeah, you can't do that. Actually, they open up the beaches for like recreational activities like that. Their protest and their petition, I signed the petition. It worked and they opened up the beaches to stuff like that. And now you're allowed to surf up there. So that's really good news. And I hope I'm correct on that. I haven't fact checked that. This is word of mouth, by the way. I saw them protesting. I signed the petition. And then I heard today that they removed the ban on surfing. Hopefully they forgive those kids who got tickets for surfing recently, if they're going to do that. So that's a win. That's a win for the people. And I hope Wrightsville and maybe Carolina Beach follows suit so that we can go surf. So lastly, our for the music section here,